The old house stood on a hill and it looked down at the town below. It was big and dark, and everyone said it was haunted, but no one went near it, so no one knew for sure. A boy named Tim lived in the town, and he was not scared of anything. He liked to explore and he liked to find new things. One day Tim walked up the hill to the old house. The gate was broken and the path was overgrown, but he kept going. He wanted to see what was inside. The door was open a crack, so Tim pushed it open more. The house was dark and dusty. Old cobwebs hung from the ceiling and the air smelled like old books and dirt. Tim walked into the house and looked around. He saw old chairs and tables covered in sheets and a big fireplace with no fire. He heard a noise upstairs, so he went to see what it was. He climbed the stairs and they creaked under his feet. The upstairs was darker than downstairs. Tim walked down the hall and looked in the rooms. They were all empty except for one. This room had a strange light coming from it. Tim walked to the door and looked inside. In the middle of the room was a circle drawn on the floor. Inside the circle was a stand, and on the stand was a metal sphere. It was round and smooth, and it seemed to glow with heat. Tim had never seen anything like it before. He walked into the room to get a better look. As Tim got closer, the sphere seemed to grow brighter. He could feel the heat coming from it. He reached out his hand to touch it, but then he heard a voice. "Do not touch it," the voice said. Tim jumped back. He looked around the room, but he didn't see anyone. "Who said that?" he asked. "I did," said the voice. It seemed to come from the sphere. Tim stared at the sphere. "Are you talking?" he asked. "Yes," said the sphere. "I am talking." Tim was scared, but he was also curious. "What are you?" he asked. "I am a thing of power," said the sphere. "A thing of great power." "What kind of power?" Tim asked. "The kind that can change the world," said the sphere. Tim thought about this. He was just a kid. He didn't know anything about changing the world. "What do you want?" he asked. "I want to be free," said the sphere. "I have been trapped here for a long time. I want to be free to use my power." "How can I help you?" Tim asked. "You must take me from this place," said the sphere. "You must take me to a place where I can be free." Tim looked at the sphere. Know if he should trust it, but he wanted to help. "Okay," he said, "I'll take you." The sphere glowed brighter. "Thank you," it said. "You will not regret this." Tim reached out and picked up the sphere. It was hot, but he held on tight. He walked out of the room and down the stairs. He walked out of the house and back down the hill. He had no idea where he was going, but he knew he had to get the sphere away from the old house. He walked for a long time. He walked through the town and out into the country. The sphere was getting hotter and hotter, but Tim didn't let go. He walked until he came to a river. The river was wide and deep. Tim didn't know how to swim. He looked around for a bridge, but he didn't see one. "What do I do now?" he asked the sphere. "You must cross the river," said the sphere. "But I can't swim," said Tim. "I will help you," said the sphere. "I will use my power to get you across." Tim didn't know what to expect, but he trusted the sphere. He stepped into the river and the water was cold. The sphere glowed brightly and the water around Tim began to glow too. He felt himself floating. The sphere was lifting him up and carrying him across the river. When he got to the other side, Tim stepped out of the water. He was wet, but he was safe. "Thank you," he said to the sphere. "You are welcome," said the sphere. "Now we must go to a place where I can be free." Tim walked on and on. He walked through forests and over mountains. The sphere was always with him and it always guided him. He didn't know where they were going, but he trusted the sphere. One day they came to a high mountain. The air was thin and cold. The sphere glowed brightly. "This is the place," it said. "This is where I can be free." Tim looked around. There was nothing there but rocks and snow. "What do I do?" he asked. "You must place me on the highest peak," said the sphere. "Then you must leave me. I will do the rest." Tim climbed to the top of the mountain. It was hard work, but he finally made it. He placed the sphere on the highest peak. The sphere glowed brighter than ever. "Thank you," said the sphere. "You have done well. Now go. Do not look back." Tim turned and ran down the mountain. He didn't look back. He ran as fast as he could. When he got to the bottom, he stopped and looked back. The mountain was glowing. The sphere was using its power. The sky began to change. The clouds swirled and the wind howled. Then there was a flash of light and the sphere was gone. The mountain was normal again. The sky was clear and the wind was calm. Tim didn't know what had happened, but he knew something big had changed. He walked back to town. When he got back to town, he told everyone what had happened, but no one believed him. They said he was making it up. They said there was no old house on the hill and there was no sphere of power. Tim knew what he had seen, but he couldn't prove it. He went back to the hill, but the old house was gone. There was nothing there but grass and trees. Tim felt sad. He had helped the sphere, but now it was gone and no one believed him. He went home and went to bed. He dreamed about the sphere and the power it had. He woke up the next morning and everything was different. The town was brighter and the people were happier. Everything seemed better. Tim knew the sphere had done it. It had used its power to change the world. He smiled. He was glad he had helped. Years passed and Tim grew up. He never forgot about the sphere. He always wondered what had happened to it. He knew it was out there somewhere using its power for good. One day Tim was walking in the woods and he saw something strange. It was a small metal sphere. It was not glowing, but it looked familiar. Tim picked it up. "Hello," said the sphere. "Do you remember me?" Tim smiled. "Yes," he said. "I remember you. I have come back to thank you," said the sphere. "You helped me when I needed it most. Now I want to help you. How can you help me?" Tim asked. "I can give you power," said the sphere. "I can give you the power to change the world." Tim thought about this. He had seen what the sphere could do. He knew it was a powerful thing. "I don't know," he said. "I'm just a normal person." "You are not normal," said the sphere. "You are special. You have a good heart. You can use this power for good." Tim thought about it some more. He knew the world needed help. He knew he could make a difference. Okay, he said, I'll do it. The sphere glowed. But it said, now close your eyes and let me give you my power. Tim closed his eyes. He felt a warm feeling inside him. He felt the power of the sphere flowing into him. It was a strange feeling, but it was also good. When it was over, Tim opened his eyes. He felt different. He felt stronger and smarter. He felt like he could do anything. Now you have the power, said the sphere. Use it wisely. Use it to help others. Use it to make the world a better place. Tim smiled. I will, he said. I promise. The sphere disappeared. Tim was alone in the woods, but he was not afraid. He had the power to change the world, and he was ready to use it.